You pay your best technician $28 an hour. That is not what he costs you. The real number is closer to $61 an hour. And if you're not pricing against that number, every job bleeds margin before the truck leaves the lot. Ask 10 HVAC owners what their real hourly cost is, and 9 will guess. The 10th will quote the wage, which is the wrong number entirely. Here's the math nobody teaches you in this trade. Wage is only the first layer. Add payroll tax and workers' comp, roughly 18% on top. Add health insurance, tools, and uniforms. Add the truck, payment, fuel, maintenance, insurance. Add overhead, rent, office staff, software, marketing. Stack it up, and the real burden multiplier lands between 2 and 2.3 times the wage. $28 an hour in wage becomes $58 to $64 an hour in true cost. Call it 61. That's your break-even floor, before $1 of profit. Let's make this real. Picture a 2-truck shop running 8 billable hours a day, 5 days a week. That's roughly 1,700 billable hours, per truck, per year. Underprice every one of those hours by just $10, and that's $17,000 gone. Per truck. Per year. Run 2 trucks, and it's $34,000, evaporated before you ever see a profit and loss statement. Now stretch that to a 4-truck operation. Same $10 an hour underprice. Same math. $68,000 a year, gone, and most owners never see it on a single report. This gets worse the more you grow. Owners assume more trucks automatically means more profit. But if every truck runs below its true floor, you're not scaling profit. You're scaling the leak. It never shows up as one bad decision. It shows up as 1,000 small ones, quietly, every single day. Most shops don't know this number. They price off the wage, or gut feeling, or whatever the shop down the street charges. So when a tech books a 2-hour job at $90 an hour, it feels like a win. It's actually a loss waiting to surface. 90 minus 61 leaves $29 an hour of real margin, before parts, before overhead is even fully covered. Multiply that gap by every job, every tech, every week. That's not a rounding error. That's the difference between a shop that grows and one that just survives. Quick test. Do you know your shop's real number right now? If you had to guess, you just proved the point. The fix isn't complicated. It's just usually ignored. So here are 3 moves that fix it, starting today. That 2.2 is an industry average. Your shop's exact number could be higher or lower. Here's how to calculate yours. First, calculate your real loaded rate. Take the hourly wage. Add your actual payroll burden, typically 18 to 25%. Add your truck cost per billable hour. Most shops land between $8 and $14. Add your overhead allocation per billable hour. Rent, admin, software, divided by monthly billable hours. That total is your real floor. Write it on the wall. Not the wage, the floor. And that's just labor. Parts and materials need their own markup on top. That's a separate number entirely. Mixing the two together is how a quote can look profitable and still lose money. Second, price above the floor, every time, no exceptions. Your minimum billed labor rate should be your loaded cost plus your target margin. Most well-run shops target 35 to 45%. If your floor is $61, your billed rate shouldn't be $90. It should be closer to $105 to $115. That's not overcharging. That's covering what the job actually costs. You might be thinking, if I raise my rate, I'll lose jobs to the guy who's cheaper. Maybe a few, but the ones who leave over price alone were rarely profitable customers to begin with. Shops charging real rates don't win on being the cheapest. They win on response time, warranty, and trust. Third, track your effective realized rate, weekly, not monthly. Take total labor revenue for the week. Divide by total hours worked. If that number falls under your floor, you found a leak, in 7 days, not 60. Owners who track this weekly catch it before it becomes a quarter of lost profit. You don't need new software for this. A whiteboard and 5 minutes on Friday afternoon is enough. Fixing this doesn't require new customers. It requires pricing the ones you already have correctly. That's the fastest margin gain available to any HVAC shop, and it costs nothing to implement. Your tech's wage was never the real cost. The real cost is the number that keeps your shop alive. Know it. Price above it. Track it every week. This is Margin and Wrench. New playbook every day. Hit subscribe.